Let's talk Canada. The exhaustion we are feeling is due to the level of disinformation that we're bombarded with by news sources and social media platforms. Disinformation and misinformation are the cause of anxiety, frustration, and anger in everyone. It makes us irrational and negatively reactive. It's that negative energy that is wearing every Canadian down. We need to step back from all of it and take a better look at the real issues that have caused the discontent. We elected the Federal Liberal Party because of all the damage and harm that 10 years of the CPC did to every part of the country and to all the people. The Liberals revived Canada from the stagnation of no progress for the country and the people. That was when they had a majority government, but still they were being sabotaged the entire time by the provincial Conservative parties and the federal opposition parties. Take the housing crisis, for example. The federal government offered all the provinces additional funds for building infrastructure, and the Conservative premiers refused. This was in 2018. Another example is climate change. The federal government gave the provinces ample time to come up with a viable climate plan, and the Conservative premiers didn't bother. So then the carbon tax rebate program was implemented. During a pandemic, the Conservative premiers misused the funds. They had the means to prepare the schools so children could attend their classes. They exasperated our health and education professionals by not providing them with ample support. They didn't stop rent increases during the pandemic. They allowed landlords to evict during a pandemic. They did nothing to ensure that grocers wouldn't price gouge. They allowed bogus protests during a pandemic. While they were doing all this harm, we were given distraction after distraction by the CPC and all their friends, distorting facts and reality so that we wouldn't focus on what the premiers were doing to the province where we work and live. So who benefits when you blame the federal Liberals for everything? It's certainly not you or me. The truth is this: the federal Liberals are serving Canada in the best interest of all. The provincial Conservative premiers are the hat trick that Stephen Harper revealed at Rob Ford's barbecue party. The CPC infiltrated our federal government, and they never intended to serve Canada. The CPC and all the hate groups that have formed on social media platforms, corporations, lobbyists, gangs, cults, and bogus front companies are the cause of all the negativity in our country. The disinformation campaign against Canada was launched going as far back as Alberta's Social Credit Party. This is why so many Albertans are steadfast in their hatred for the federal government. They had decades of being lied to. We have a lot of problems in our country, and they are solvable. However, as long as we have saboteurs in our governments, solutions will always be delayed. We must remain clear-headed and work together to solve every issue. Let's start by getting the destructive provincial Conservative parties out of power positions. As for the CPC, I'd personally like to see each one of the MPs lose their seat. It upsets me that they make a six-figure salary to serve something other than Canada. We must stop the division of Canadians. The manipulative messaging against the baby boomers, millennials, and Gen Z is all nonsense. The citizens did not create the system. Unchecked capitalism is the beast that affects every citizen. That was a construct of a libertarian think tank and implemented during Ronald Reagan's time as the American president. Unfortunately, that trickled down to every country through free trade. The Liberals are attacked because they are addressing the unfairness and inequality. Since 2015, they have been investing in our country and the talents and entrepreneurship of Canadians. They are making a positive difference. We just can't feel it because of all the destruction that is being done to our provinces. Be aware and stand Canadian against this extreme right-wing attempt on our country.